Hi, let's look into the another section, which is how 5G can be deployed and what are the different scenarios available for greenfield as well as for brownfield networks. Now, there are different topics we are going to cover in this particular section, and the first one is the deployment options. What are different options that are available for the operators? Now, 5G can be deployed in conjunction with the legacy technology such as 4G, or it can be a standalone where it will be exclusively only 5G network. Now, in case of standalone, it is very much straightforward. We have a radio and core network that belongs to 5G. In case of legacy technologies, we have seen that we have 4G standalone networks where we have the 4G EPC core and 4G radio access network. Now, this option 2, which we see here, which is basically the core network and the 5G NR, that is basically used primarily in the greenfield network in 5G. Now, if we talk about the non-standalone, here basically we have more than one radio access network present basically. Now, in a non-standalone, what is happening? Either the operators will keep their existing 4G core network, which is EPC, Evolved Packet Core, and then it is connected with both the 4G radio access network, which is EUTRAN, as well as the 5G new radio, which is NR. Now, this is option 3, where basically the connectivity is being handled by the 4G core in that case. There are different further versions of option 3, where we have the control plane being shifted between the NR and the EUTRAN in this case. Now, the next option which is available in a non-standalone is basically option 4, where the core network is basically upgraded now. Now it is from EPC to the 5G core network. Here we are keeping some of the cell sites of 4G, and the reason could be different. Either maybe the 4G network is having a wider coverage and we would like to keep those cell sites. That's why we can go for the option 4. Option 7 is another option where we have the 4G as a main anchor point which is connecting with the core network, and this 4G cell sites are then talking to the core network. Now, this option is a little bit tricky and probably it will not be opted in majority, but this is quite possible and we'll see that how it is being deployed in certain networks. So let's look into all these options in more detail in the next slide.